Snoop Dogg acquiring Death Row Records. Let's get to it. On an interview that Snoop Dogg did, I believe it was on Drink Champs, he was discussing acquiring Death Row Records and how he was going to make sure people got their royalties and things of this nature and got paid from old Death Row stuff that people weren't getting paid. That's what the conclusion I drew from it. He said he was going to make sure Harry O got his, Daz got his, Corrupt got his, and the Lady of Rage got paid as well. But in my opinion, they always try to write Suge Knight off of any history dealing with Death Row Records. In my opinion, I believe that Harry O did start Death Row Records, funding it wise. He funded it. But Suge Knight was the brains. No Suge Knight, no Death Row Records. Suge Knight put the whole operation together from the bottom to the top. And a lot of people like to kick Suge Knight while he's down. But Suge Knight showed people how to really get money, how to own their masters, how to get points off of records, and how to do for self, especially black people in the industry. And people want to just write him off, and now that he ain't here, kick dirt and all this type of stuff on his name. They also do the same thing with Pop. Leave it to Snoop. He was cool with the whole Bad Boy Records, Biggie and all of them was cool. Leave it to him in his own words. But to me, Snoop Dogg just seems like a fake individual. Because he was dissing Biggie too when this whole East Coast, West Coast thing was going on. He was dissing him. But then in my opinion, Pac and Suge ain't here, so they can't defend themselves. And in my opinion, Snoop Dogg basically put all the blame on Tupac, saying Tupac was basically the ringleader doing this, that, and the other. But Snoop Dogg was dissing Biggie too, and they just left Tupac with the burning gun, because Tupac ain't here, so now they just kick him and Suge Knight because they not here to defend themselves. And that's not right, because without Suge Knight, there'd be no Death Row, you wouldn't hear of all these names that probably came from that camp. Tupac was still doing his thing before Death Row, but to my knowledge, Snoop and them just got popping on Death Row. Everybody want to kick people when they down. Without Suge Knight, there'd be no Death Row. And without what he brought there won't be no Death Row. He really taught people how to get money and get their affairs in order. Like and subscribe. Just tapping in on the subject because I'm a big Death Row fan and always have been a fan of Death Row Records. Especially the old Death Row when they had Pac on it, Suge, Snoop, Lady of Rage, the Dog Pound. I'm just a fan of that era of Death Row. They made good music, classic music that'll last forever. Like and subscribe. Stay tapped in with me. Peace.